They cried out for help, but Earth's grimmest nightmare answered. Savax slammed the activation rune. The distress beacon ignited across the Enclave's core network. Protocols locked in. Frequencies surged toward the galactic relay. He routed the signal through Earth's classified channel, the one buried in ancient treaties, flagged for existential threats only. Alarms screamed. The hunger between clawed at the outer sensors again. Black tendrils warped the feeds, twisting hull integrity readouts into fractal voids. Crew stations flickered offline. Savax gripped his console, one breath. The beacon pierced the interference. "Prelates, signal outbound," Savax broadcast. His voice cut through the command deck's chaos. Prelate Protector rune burst from the strategy alcove. His robe snapped taut. "Abort military codes, Archivist. Label it humanitarian. Limited assistance only. No escalation flags." Savax hesitated. The hunger devoured 3 patrol drones in the last cycle. Its corruption spread inward now, minds fraying at the edges. "Prelate, the voidentity breaches the perimeter. We need." "Label it." Rune's crest flared red. "Invoke Treaty Article 17. Earth responds to pleas, not invasions. Block all fleet summons." Savax complied. His claws danced over the overrides. "Limited humanitarian assistance," stamped the packet. The beacon pulsed final confirmation. "Gone." Silence gripped the deck. Screens stabilized for a heartbeat. Then the hunger's whisper infiltrated. Closer. Rune straightened. "They will come. Earth honors the call." Savax monitored the relays. Nothing. Minutes stretched. The entity pulsed against the shields. Energy drains spiked 20%. A new ping shattered the quiet. Not from the relay, from inside. Savax's primary optic locked on the tactical hologram. A ship materialized within the safe perimeter. Black hull, no IFF transponder, no warp signature. It hung there, dead amid the Enclave's defense grid. "Intruder!" Savax yelled. Translated inside the exclusion zone, 0 warning. Crew bolted to stations. Turrets swiveled. Traffic control protocols engaged. Standard lockdown sequence. The black ship ignored them. Its signal hijacked the local net. Override codes flooded every channel. Enclave drones powered down mid-maneuver. Station locks disengaged. Savax's console blanked, then rebooted under foreign authority. "Human vessel," Rune snarled. He seized the broadcast array. "This is Prelate Protector Rune of Enclave Kethar. You violate Accord 9.2 unannounced translation within secured space. Comply with traffic control or face sanctions." No reply. The black ship drifted closer. Its silhouette blotted patrol lights. No engines flared. No comms pinged back. Savax traced the intrusion. Human encryption layered the overrides, classified blocks from Sol command. "Prelate, it's registered. Black designation. Intervention protocol active." Rune's mandibles clicked. "They answer the beacon, but this, demand docking clearance first." Savax patched into the external feeds. The hunger recoiled from the black ship's position. Corruption waves bent around it like repelled oil. Sensors cleared in that sector for the first time in hours. Rune activated the wideband hail. "Human commander, state your intent." "You override without protocol. Retract intrusions now, or we invoke Galactic Tribunal penalties. Treaty vessels do not bypass authority." Static hissed back. Then a single tone. Acknowledgement only. No words. The black ship accelerated, straight toward the primary docking cradle. Enclave tractors strained to redirect it, futile. Human overrides locked them out. Crew panicked. "Shields up!" Someone barked. Too late. The black ship pierced the perimeter bubble. Its hull brushed the Enclave's skin. Airlocks aligned without a jolt. Rune whirled on Savax. "Jam their net, restore control." Savax hammered the counters. Firewalls crumbled. The human signal adapted, rewrote itself mid-assault. Full dominance in seconds. Docking clamps engaged. Human clamps, not theirs. A voice finally crackled through. Female, flat, procedure-toned. "Containment Team Voss, securing zone." The line cut. Hatches cycled open. Figures in void black armor marched aboard. No salutes, no introductions. They fanned out, weapons low but scanning every junction. Savax watched from auxiliary feeds. One human paused at a corrupted terminal, plugged in a device. The screen purged. Data flowed clean. Rune stormed toward the airlock. "Halt! Identify!" The lead human, Commander Mara Voss, per the intercepted manifest, turned. Her visor reflected Rune's crest. She raised a gauntleted hand. Flat palm. "Stop." No words. Rune pressed forward. "You intrude without clearance. Release our systems, now." Voss tilted her head, accessed her wrist panel. A new pulse rippled through the net. Enclave alarms silenced, all of them. The Hunger's corruption feeds blanked entirely, replaced by human telemetry. Clear vectors, threat projections. Savex's console lit with overrides. He couldn't touch them. Rune's voice rose. This breaches every... Voss keyed her comm. One word. Perimeter. Drones reactivated. Human-coded. They formed a cordon outside, blocking the Hunger's approach vectors. The entity slammed against the new barrier. Repelled, Rune froze, his crest paled. Savax stared at the hologram. The black ship hadn't just arrived. It positioned perfectly, preempted the safe zone. Assumed control without a shot, and the Hunger feared it. Voss turned away. Her team advanced inward. Boots echoed toward the core. No explanations followed. Commander Voss halted at the core nexus. Her gauntlet interfaced with the primary console. Savex's feeds captured the motion in crystal detail. A lattice deployed. Human code wormed through the enclave's stellar grid. Exit vectors froze. Every jump gate, relay buoy, and warp lane snapped into lockdown. Savex's auxiliary panel sparked. He jabbed overrides. Nothing responded. The quarantine lattice expanded. It sealed the entire system. No vessel could breach it now. Savex's crests flushed cold. He rooted a system-wide alert. Containment initiated without sanction. All stations prepare evasion protocols. The broadcast launched. Human filters intercepted. Every outbound packet redacted itself mid-transit. Savex's log filled with ghosts, erased headers, null payloads. He hammered the console. Static answered. No enclave ship received the warning. No off-world ally stirred. Voss detached her gauntlet. She scanned the readouts. Her visor reflected clean grids. The Hunger probed the perimeter. Human drones repelled it harder. Savax switched feeds. Comm spires rose like jagged spines across the enclave orbitals. Human drones swarmed them. They breached hatches. Claws gripped alien operators. One technician thrashed. The drone pinned him, dragged him from the console, tossed him into void lock. His screams cut short. Another drone plugged in, overwrote the spire's core. Savax's signal array went dark. He activated manual relays. Drones already claimed them. Operators ejected one by one. Bodies tumbled into the black. Rune burst into the core chamber. His robes billowed. Prelate demands extraction? Voss turned. Her team fanned out. Rune thrust his data slate forward. Release the lattice. This violates Accord 47. Voss ignored him. She keyed her wrist panel. Drones tightened the cordon. Rune's guards flanked him. Their plasma lances hummed. Savax watched from his alcove. Hidden feeds only. Rune's crest quivered. Archivist, confirmed defense array status. Savax patched through. Array nominal prelate protector, but human overrides. Target their vessel. Rune's voice cracked steel. A ceremonial volley forced negotiation. Savax hesitated. The array charged. Massive batteries aligned on the black ship. Human vessel hung motionless. Savax's hands shook over controls. He fed targeting data. Locks acquired. Rune nodded. Fire! Beams lanced out. They struck the quarantine lattice. Human code absorbed them, redirected. The volley rebounded. Savage precision. It carved through the nearest comm spire. The structure shattered. Debris rained on orbitals. Savax's feeds whited out. Rune staggered. What sorcery? Voss raised her gauntlet. No words. A new pulse fired. Enclave defense array seized. Batteries swiveled. Locked onto Rune's position. His own guards. Savax's console blared. Human protocols inverted the grid. Every turret, every lance, now enemy. Rune's face drained. Stand down, cease fire. Voss lowered her hand. The array powered down. One barrel smoked. A warning scar on the core deck. Silence gripped the chamber. Rune's guards dropped lances. They backed away. Voss advanced. Her boots clicked. Team sealed bulkheads. No escape now. Savax clutched his panel. The quarantine lattice pulsed. The Hunger between howled outside. Human drones formed kill boxes. Rune sank to his knees, crest limp. Voss paused, accessed her panel again. A deeper lock engaged. System-wide denial protocols. Every enclave drive core idled. Navigation scrubbed. Fuel lines clamped. No ship stirred. Savax tried his distress beacon. Human filters devoured it. He slumped. Watched Voss turn inward toward the archive vaults. Her team followed. Drones sealed the paths behind. Rune whispered. Archivist, what have we summoned? Savax's feeds flickered. One drone hovered near his alcove. Its sensor eye gleamed. He froze. The quarantine lattice hummed, locked forever. Voss reached the vault doors, input her code, they parted. She stepped inside. Savex's world narrowed to that single feed. Her shadow fell across his records. The hunger raged distant, powerless. Humans on the cage. Rune's voice died. Silence swallowed the core. Savex's console dimmed, one by one, feeds blanked. Drones converged. He backed into shadow. Too late. A gauntlet pierced the wall. Voss emerged, silent. Her visor locked on him. The lattice sealed tighter. No stars beyond, only human procedure. Unfolding, Savex's crests iced. He raised empty hands. The drone clamped his arm, dragged him out. Into the light. Voss watched, no expression. Her team cataloged the vaults. Data slates purged. Human archives overwritten. Rune crawled forward. "Commander!" Mercy under a cord. Voss silenced him, one glance. Guards hauled him away toward the black ship. Savex twisted, saw the final feed, Enclave fleet adrift. Locked, helpless, the hunger circled. Kept at bay by human will alone. Drone sealed his console. Darkness fell. Voss's voice cut through. First words. "Containment complete." Her team moved, efficient, no waste. Savex's mind reeled. They hadn't come to save. They came to bury. The system, the threat, everything. A low hum built. Ship engines? No, lattice generators spinning up. Rune's scream echoed faint, cut off. Savex stumbled, dragged to airlock. Voss oversaw. Her panel glowed. Final protocol cued. Denial absolute. He glimpsed the void. Quarantine walls shimmered, impenetrable. The hunger slammed, bounced. Humans watched it flail. Savex's breath hitched. A pause gripped the deck. One breath, quiet assessment. Voss checked readouts. Nodded, then termination pulse fired. Enclave power grids collapsed. Orbital stations vented. Ships went cold. Defense arrays melted. Rune's enclave core buckled. Savex's drag halted. He stared. Voss turned away. Drones shoved him aboard. Airlock hissed shut. Silence reigned. The black ship powered away. Lattice held. System entombed. No escape. No warning, just human standard. Erasing all, Savex slammed his restraints against the bulkhead. Sparks flew from the jury-rigged panel he'd pried open. Black ship corridors hummed with human efficiency. Drones ignored him. Voss stood 10 meters away, her back turned. Console screens flickered Enclave feeds. Alarms pierced the deck. Enclave core feeds showed it. Survivors in the lower vaults. Prelate Rune's aides, they punched override codes. Defense array reactivated. Barrels swiveled toward the black ship, locked on. Savex's claws clicked keys. He broadcast the all-clear. "Defense is hot. Fire support incoming." Voss didn't flinch. Her hand hovered. One tap. Enclave screens glitched. Array barrels froze, then reversed, swung outward, toward deep space. Power surged through redirected conduits. Firing solution locked on void coordinates. Humans had sliced the network. Remote, clean. Savex's signal bounced back, confirmed, array live, but wrong target. No redirect. Too late, arrays belched plasma, lances stabbed into the black, deep space rippled. The hunger between answered, it rode the beams. Voidentity latched the firing solution. Sensors screamed. Outer ring habitats buckled. Black shear tore open, jagged maw wider than the Enclave cluster. Corrupted nav beacons pulsed inside, minds frayed at the edge, crews in the ring spasmed, clutched heads, voided hulls. Savex triggered emergency evac protocols. His archivist overrides punched through human locks. Civilian shuttles lit up. Dozens, hatches blew, pods streaked for lattice gaps. Human firewalls snapped shut. Pods halted mid-burn, engines seized, thrusters reversed. Dragged back to berths. Launch tubes welded sealed. No launches cleared. Human denial absolute. Savex hammered the panel. "Voss, they're civilians, let them." She turned, eyes flat. "Standard procedure." Her console bloomed new icons. Killsat ring deployed. Shadows peeled from blackship bays. 50 sats unfurled. Razor orbits snapped into place. Enclave cluster ringed. Weapons hot. Micrometeor kinetics spooled. Plasma lances charged. Voss keyed open channel. Voice cut every freak. Enclave habitat cluster designated sealed containment zone. Breach attempts forfeit. Savex's feeds multiplied. Killsats synced. Formed kill web. Lattice reinforced. No gaps. Hunger clawed the shear. Pounded out a ring. Habs crumpled, but Sats ignored it. Trained inward. Rune's voice crackled through. Faint from core vault. "Humans, accord law binds you. We summoned aid. Release the array. Open evac." Voss muted him, gestured. Drones pinned Savex harder. Her fingers cued next phase. Savex twisted, watched screens. Civilian pods crushed against docks. Hulls buckled. No survivors pinged. Array beams fed the sheer wider. Hunger poured through. Tendrils snagged drifting wrecks. Ring habitats imploded one by one. A pause gripped the bridge. Voss scanned readouts. Sats green. Lattice stable. Hunger contained for now. Her team stood silent. No orders needed. Savex's breath rasped. One beat of quiet. Humans assessed, unrushed. Then Voss nodded. Killsats fired. Kinetics reigned, silent at first. Pinpricks on feeds, then chain reactions. Habitat clusters shattered. Debris fields expanded. Civilian bays vaporized. Core vault pinged critical. Rune's signal cut. Savex lunged. Claws scraped deck. You turned our guns on ourselves? Voss stepped aside. Drones hauled him to cells. Feeds followed. Killweb tightened. Orbits decayed debris into dust. Sheer stabilized. Hunger gorged on remnants, but contained. Sats pivoted. Lanced stray tendrils. Burned them crisp. Enclave core vented atmo. Final pings died. Savax slumped in the cell. Walls sealed. Screens blanked. Voss's voice echoed corridor. Last words. Containment upgraded. Silence fell. Blackship accelerated. Sats held the zone. Hunger thrashed. Pointless. Human ring unbreakable. Savex stared at dark bulkhead. No alarms, no feeds, just the hum. Human standard. Erasing deeper. Savex's cell door hissed open. Voss stood framed in red emergency glow. No salute. No words. She tossed a wrist pad onto the deck. It skidded to his claws. Screen active. Feeds live. Spill protocol, she said, flat, then turned, door sealed. Savax snatched the pad, claws scraped plasteel, feeds bloomed. Human killsats pivoted. Outer cordon stations lit up. Voss's voice crackled over open channel. Initiate burn, sterilize perimeter, no bleed. Drones swarmed, plasma lances ignited, station hulls glowed white. One by one they cracked, atmo vented in golden plumes. Hunger tendrils recoiled from the firestorm. Feeds zoomed, corrupted decks peeled back, entity cores exposed, kinetics punched through. Secondary blasts chained, outer ring vaporized, debris arced into the void, clean kill lines formed, no escape vectors left. Savex's vents wheezed. Humans renamed it, spill, not rescue. Containment upgraded to purge. He swiped feeds, tracked burn patterns, precise, surgical. Hunger starved at the edge. Alarms blared on auxiliary channels. Rune's voice cut through enclave net. Seize the drones. Override human codes. We command here? Savex froze. Prelate Protector Rune from Core Vault still alive. Command nodes lit. Enclave security bots activated. Clamps extended toward Voss's drone swarm. Grapples locked. Pulses fired. 2 drones sparked. Dropped from formation. Voss didn't flinch. Her bridge feed steady. Fingers danced console. Blacklist active system-wide. Enclave net flickered. Rune's overrides bounced. Human countercode flooded channels. Enclave firewalls crumbled. Command nodes pinged red, locked out, not just local. System relays echoed the blacklist. Jump gates, trade lanes, defense sats, all denied Rune's signature. His fleet ghosts went dark. No auth, no access. Rune roared over comms. This violates treaty, hierarchy binds you, Silence answered. Voss muted him. Drones regrouped. Freed. Plasma resumed. Outer stations finished. Sterile dust. Savax cycled feeds. Kill chains updated real-time. Human overlays marked hunger vectors. Red webs pulsed. He traced patterns. Anchor points glowed. Inside enclave navigation beacons. Entity latched there, corrupting jumps. Feeding on signal ghosts. His claws tightened. Pattern matched. Beacons pulsed in sync with tendrils. Core grid infested. He keyed alert. No response. Cell isolated, but feeds open. Humans watched too. Rune's channel spiked again. Archivist, confirm seizure, we take control. Savex ignored, scanned deeper. Beacon logs corrupted. Entity anchor, fractal echo, lured ships inward, now it anchored itself. Feeds showed Voss's team correlating same data. No surprise, they saw it first. Quiet settled. One breath, Savex's vents slowed. Pad hummed soft. Feeds paused on burn aftermath. Outer void empty. Hunger coiled tight. Contained, waiting, human bridge still. Voss reviewed overlays, no rush, assessment complete. Then escalation snapped. Voss keyed primary. Hijack beacon grid, reprogram lures, target gravity well. Her net techs moved. Code burst slammed enclave relays, firewalls shredded, not brute force. Precision keys, backdoors humans planted on arrival, beacons hijacked. One cascade, grid flipped. Savax's pad glitched. Nav overlays inverted. Enclave beacons pulsed new pattern. Not warnings, bait. Fractal echoes amplified. Hunger anchors lit green on human feeds. Entity thrashed. Tendrils stretched toward signals. Rune's vault feed cracked open. He slammed consoles. "Stop, you'll doom us all," Voss's voice overrode. "Spill contained, lure active." Beacons sang, entity cores resonated. Hunger surged, not outward, inward, pulled by own anchors. Navigation ghosts dragged it, tendrils whipped, snagged debris, but grid tugged harder. Vector locked, system primary gravity well, black hole shear. Savax watched feeds multiply. Killsats tracked, drones herded strays, enclave core shuddered, beacons overloaded, entity massed, bulked, funnel formed, pulled tight, rune pounded bulkhead. "Negotiate law," Blacklist silenced him. Final, hunger hit escape velocity, no, capture velocity, grid lured flawless. Tendrils frayed at edges. Core beacons burned out, entity funneled. Feeds showed plume, streaking toward well, Dopplered red. Savex slumped. Pad dimmed, feeds ended on gravity maw, hunger vanished, swallowed. Cell hummed, quiet, Voss's last log, spill neutralized. Silence. Savex shoved the hatch seal. Command chamber sprawled empty. Prelate Protector Rune slumped at his dais. Motionless, every display washed monochrome. Human emissions control clamped the net. No color, no data streams, static grids only. Savax's pads flickered gray. Heartbeat spiked. He lunged for a console, fingers danced. Locked. Voss's voice pierced the quiet, flat, broadcast from every speaker. "All Enclave vessels, hold position, execute thrust denial." Enclave drives flatlined. Human lattice enforced the line, quarantine sealed. No alarms blared, no overrides triggered. Humans bypassed them all. Rune stirred, rasped. "What procedure is this?" Hunger between loomed at the lure boundary. Not swallowed whole. Fractured core stalled. Tendrils probed the edge. Entity mapped the human lattice. Shadows against shadows. Lattice pulsed. Human construct, invisible before, now etched in void scans. Nodes locked positions. Enclave ships pinned midburn. Voss's image materialized on the central hololith. Monochrome only, face impassive. Containment holds, entity catalogs lattice, confirm profile. Savex's pads lit with ghost traces. Entity tendrils tested nodes, brushed, retreated, burned, lattice repelled, rune lurched up. "Commander Voss, release our drives, law demands negotiation, the compact." "You lured it, now it adapts, release us." "They're crushing us between." "What deploys?" Hunger engulfed it, tendrils coiled, pulled tight, Savex's scan glitched, capsule intact, glyph glowed faint, Voss's voice returned. "Capsule breached, confirm ingestion." Hunger thrashed, cores overloaded. Savex leaned in, feeds sharpened. Capsule core activated, not explosive, not beam, exotic cascade, reality warped around it. Micro-singularity bloom, contained, eating inward, tendrils shredded from inside, hunger cores imploded. Lattice held the spill, Rune gaped, "You seeded it." Only Voss's feed remained. Monochrome, hunger mass collapsed, gravity well-tugged remnants, no escape, capsule glyph pulsed final, bloom stabilized, consumed the core, quiet fell. Savex exhaled, fleet drives hummed low, lattice retracted, quarantine line intact, Rune sank. Whispered, they weaponize ingestion itself. Not wreckage, unfolded layers peeled back like void petals. A null field bloomed from its heart. Savex's sensors blanked first. Entity signatures vanished across the system. Every probe, every relay, every enclave outpost. Gone, no echo, no ghost data. Humans erased the hunger's presence from reality's ledger. Savex jabbed overrides, scans refused. Null field active, his logs auto-noted. Sensor topology rewritten. Rune lunged forward. "Commander Voss, restore our arrays. This violates Accord 47. Voss ignored him. Her lattice feed sharpened. Shikita sequence. The remnant gravity well shuddered. Entity's anchor, a throbbing mass of corrupted mass, twitched. Voss collapsed it, not explosion, controlled implosion. She funneled the well's distortion into a micro-singularity. Pinpoint. Stable, the anchor lurched, dragged inward. Tendrils that survived the capsule's feast stretched, snapped. Savex's enclave trembled, gravitic shear tugged at the hull, lattice nodes whined, Voss's voice cut through, flat. Anchor isolation confirmed, pull initiating. Rune seized the comm panel. "Prelate override, human forces cease manipulation, our lattice." Static swallowed him. Savex tracked the feeds. Only Voss's monochrome view persisted. The singularity spun tighter. Anchor mass spooled into its event horizon. No fight, no resistance. Humans dictated the physics now. Enclave alarms spiked. Power conduits overheated. Lattice drained again. Savex's pads flickered. He braced against the console. Rune staggered. There, reshaping the well, our boundary. Lattice schematics overlaid Savex's display. Human overrides glowed red. Nodes realigned, not defense. Offense. Quarantine lattice reconfigured. Trapdoor aperture yawned at the singularity's rim. Savex watched it happen. Segments irised open. Singularity output. Residue hawking exhaust. Warped remnants funneled through. Dumped into interstellar void. No trace. No recovery. The hunger between ceased to register anywhere. Savex's breath caught. Humans didn't kill the dark. They exiled it from existence. Voss's glyph pulsed once. Her transmission hit the enclave net. Containment complete. Do not reconstruct any beacon arrays. Silence followed. Savex stared at the grayed feeds. His pads stayed blank. No entity pings, no gravitic echoes. Lattice locked in new configuration. Human sealed. Rune slumped into his throne, whispered. They own the system now. Savex nodded once. Quiet stretched. Enclave hum settled low. No alarms, no thrash, just the weight of rewritten stars. Savex's claws tapped the console, idle, uncertain. What filed under salvation? Voss's feed lingered, empty now. Capsule husk drifted in the cleared well. Nullfield hummed faint, reality stabilized. Humans imposed their baseline. Savex exhaled slow, Rune stirred. We comply. No response. Lattice nodes clicked final, locked. Savex leaned back, watched the void, empty. Fleet drives idled distant. Quarantine line held, no breach. No call, silence deepened. Voss's glyph faded, final. Enclave lights dimmed to standby. Savex sat alone. Pads dark, no data to archive, just the hush. Voss's glyph ignited the enclave net. Savex's console blazed with the update. One corridor ripped open in the quarantine lattice. Nullfield parted like flesh under a blade. Human escort drones swarmed the gap, their black hulls locked into formation. No enclave ship stirred without their shadow. Transit now, Voss transmitted. Flat, procedure. Savex's pads flew across keys. He logged the corridor specs. Stable, human-sealed. Rune lurched from his throne. His voice boomed across the command deck. Prelate Protector overrides all external dictates. Enclave ships hesitated. Drives hummed uncertain. Savex froze. Rune's glyph pulsed authority, but the net flickered. Red override cascaded. Savex's display shifted. Emergency vote initiated. Enclave-wide, every surviving vessel pinged in. Unanimous, strip Rune's codes, effective immediate. Savex's breath hitched. How? Humans hadn't touched the governance core, no intrusion logs. Yet votes locked from thousands of nodes. Captains, crews, archives, all aligned. Rune's throne console spat error. Authorization revoked, it intoned. His manipulators clenched. What sorcery? Voss cut in. No words, just a data burst. Savex's feed caught fragments. Enclave logs, Rune's private comms, timestamps from the siege onset. Prelate Protector delayed the distress beacon. By cycles, waited for hierarchy reinforcements. While the hunger gnawed hulls, Savex's stomach twisted. He cross-checked. True, Rune's gamble. Hierarchy fleets never came. Humans did, now every captain saw it. Betrayal etched in the net. Votes sealed. Rune staggered, crew eyes bored into him, no shouts, just turned backs. Savex tapped confirmation, logged the vote, absolute. Voss's glyph steadied. Escorts in position. Move, enclave engines ignited. One by one, under drone wings. Savex's archivist station tracked the flow. First ship surged into the corridor. Human drone matched pace, locked tractor fields, no deviation allowed. Second followed. Third, fleet thinned to stragglers. Savex's console pinged his own vessel. Transit order. Personal glyph flashed. Archivist keeper priority. Document carrier. He gripped the ejector. Capsule prepped, but escorts waited outside. Rune slumped. Alone now. Crew evacuated without glance. His throne dark. Savex hesitated. One beat. Quiet stretched. No alarms, just the thrum of departing drives. Rune's whisper cracked. Archivist, record this for the hierarchy. Savex's pads hovered, final entry queued, but Voss's burst lingered in his cache. More logs, Rune's side deals. Void traders, hunger proximity data sold, for tech scraps. Savex deleted the prelate's request, unlogged, his vessel lurched. Capsule launch, escort drone clamped on, corridor swallowed them. Savex watched aft feeds, Rune's throne ship last, no escort matched, it hung. Then lattice irised shut, behind it. Human black ship pivoted, no transmission, drives flared cold. Singularity wake trailed, vanished into the void. Savex's console cleared, enclave net severed, his archive sealed, final record compiled. One line. Evacuation complete. Human containment protocol enforced. He hit transmit. To where? Human relay caught it, no reply, capsule coasted. Escort drone silent, stars wheeled normal. No hunger echoes, no gravitic scars. Savex leaned back, pads went dark. Quiet filled the cabin, Voss's glyph gone. Fleet ghosts ahead. Under escort, he exhaled, once, silence held.